Okay. Let's make sure the... I was gonna say if you could bump up the game sound just a little bit.
I can do that.
Sweet. And then I'd say she's perfect.
Let me know if that's too much.
That's awesome. That's perfect.
Cool.
Okay. Yeah, so we're pretty much ready. Let me just switch the game here so it's proper to a link to the past. Save. Okay. Yeah, you can just give me a countdown or whatever, or what it just starts when you start the game, right?
Yeah, when I hit start.
Alright, and then you guys can just call time. Alright, so yeah, I'm ready whenever you're ready.
All right, well, welcome to A Link to the Past. Any percent, no major glitches. For those of you that don't know me, I'm Paulie.
Are you
and
now?
We got Fletcher in the booth.
Mm-hmm. That's right. We're reversing the roles here today, so.
Yeah, we're mixing it up, having just a little bit of fun. So we can go ahead and just get started. 3, 2, 1, go.
Cool. Let you guys take over here.
Sounds good.
Do your thing.
If you want to just skip all of this would be a good idea.
Yeah. Would save quite a bit of time.
Yeah, dude. Guess Pollywood. Best PD LTK player ever.
Yeah. That's what the streets are saying.
So welcome to Link to the Past. This is not on the original SNES. This is on the SNES Classic that came out a few years back. So if something goes horribly wrong, I do have a rewind button at my disposal to panic in case things go completely horribly wrong, which they probably will. Not for a little while, but they might later on.
I'm probably about halfway into the Dark World where you can just get one touch. That would probably be about the
Yeah. My goal is obviously not to have to use it, but might have to.
Oh man, you missed the slash on that bush. You should probably rewind so you actually.
Yeah. Get the rewinds in early. Might as well just ruin the magic right away.
Just desync my immersion by bringing up the menu.
Oh, come on. Okay, this is a great start. This reminds me of the race Paulie and I did at the last ECM where I died to the first boss. I'm gonna get a safety heart here because I'm not about to die right in.
You did the hardest room in the game, but
I did. This game is hilariously optimized. Every single screen has like very particular strats that you're supposed to use. And then each room also has its own RNG where guards can go different ways. And minus those couple guards that were trolling, we're off to a really good start.
wow, you did the second hardest room in the game.
Now, obviously, since this is any percent no major glitches, you're not going to see a lot of crazy glitches and shit. It's a pretty tame run. There's a couple big skips that we'll see later, but they're just done with like damage boosts and the like.
This is all nothing outrageous or spicy. This is just execution and
yeah,
some minor luck here and there with like. I mean, just the overall RNG as a whole. Not really like, oh, I need to walk in here and this one thing needs to be in this one spot and it's like 1 in 12. That doesn't happen.
It's knowing every single RNG that can happen on every single screen and how to deal with it in the quickest possible way, which I am not good at. So
yeah, that's not me, boss. I got bad news. I don't have all those memorized.
I've not sunk nearly enough time, nor will I probably ever, but that's okay. I don't think anyone expects me to.
You're not looking for that call to be like, when's top 5 LTTP? No one's looking for
We'll leave that to the people that have actually dedicated years to this, whereas I learned this in the course of about a week and a half during quarantine earlier this year. Okay, first accidental express of the day.
I feel like I do that in the same spot too. Like I'll push X there.
It always throws me off how long certain boxes are.
Because I'm just like, we're just like, oh, I'll mash to skip the text, and I hit the map button.
It should be noted that this is not being played on the most optimal version for this category. Normally you would want to play on the Japanese ROM. But I have not jailbroken my SNES Classic, so I just have English. So there's a couple minor things you won't get to see because of that.
Mate, I could send you the J card. I have one.
That's true. I have an SNES back home, but I haven't bothered bringing it.
You just have to take the back off of like Excitebike 64 and put it on the SNES card, and it works.
Sounds good. I can work with that.
I mean, you already got the game bit screwdriver, I'm sure, so you're ready to go.
This is true. Halfway there.
Wow, nice rat. He didn't run up into the like timeout corner. And
he didn't. This has been an okay escape. It's not quite a sub 6, but
it's a bit smoother than my escape LTK went.
Three seconds behind the PR.
Okay, so
not bad.
Which one of your splits is like horrific that we can just get free time on? Is it Hera?
I honestly don't remember. Probably Hera.
All right, so the run you did the other day where like Moldorm completely bodied you, that's not gonna happen twice, right?
It better not. I'll be very sad if it does.
Did he hit you with the Call of Duty camp? Like as soon as you jumped in, he just hit you right in the mouth and then right into the pit.
Yeah. All right. So first things first, we have to get the Master Sword in order to banish evil, the classic Zelda timeline. This is the first game with the Master Sword, so you can say this introduced the concept.
Of like getting 3 trinkets and then getting the Master Sword.
3 trinkets, then Master Sword. They're even colored in the same way. This game you collect the pendants. We're on our way to get the Pendant of Courage right now. The first dungeon. Did the jukes.
Shoutouts to my boy Sasha with the silver arrows.
Now, you'll notice I don't have many fast movement options available to me right now. We will soon be rectifying that, but for now, I'm forced to pretty much just wander very slowly.
Yeah. All right. We'll see how see if you get the worst cannonball pattern in this current room.
Not the worst, but not great.
I think you want like all rights or all.
You do want all rights. All rights are optimal. I've only gotten it a couple times though. That's kind of the first real speedrun trick, is dealing with that room.
Yeah, normally that room it spawns 4 dudes, but if you do those specific movements and throw the pots, you kill the 2 invisible ones and bypass the room. I always mess it up and get the 3rd one. I usually don't get all 4. I don't usually mess it up that bad.
Mm-hmm. That was probably one of the first rooms I actually like got down when I started learning this game.
That and the damage boost room you're gonna be in a minute here.
That's true. That's the one that always terrifies me.
Well, yeah, because you could be putting it. You could actually die in this next room if it just goes as bad as it could. Like,
It didn't, so we're fine.
look, that sounded like, yeah. See, that's cash. That's what you want to see.
We take those.
Even got a red drop just for fun.
True. I need, I believe, 110 rupees by the time I go to Dark World.
Yeah, because the rest of it, like the things you got to buy, like that's what you're on the hook for. The rest of it you're gonna make up with like 300 drops. Because let's see, what do you buy? Like, you buy the flippers, which are 5 hundo. The sword upgrade costs 10.
Yeah.
And are you buying the safety bottles out with the other hundreds for?
No, I don't buy the safety bottle. You need 110 for Kiki.
Oh yeah. How could I forget Kiki?
Zelda game room. Nice job.
It's not the worst item you could have gotten in that room. Again, you can already see early how many rooms there are just so many permutations you can get. And this is dungeon 1.
Let's see if I can get quick kill.
Let me see it.
Nailed it. Let's fucking go.
Alright.
Very, very clean first dungeon.
As Light would say, I've never seen a run more it. It's it.
Not a gold, but I am now ahead of my personal best, so that's cool. Alright, I'm tired of moving slowly, Polly. What about you?
Oh man, if only there was a way to fix that. You can't possibly tell me you can speed up.
Got a shoe.
What are those? Those some Air Max 95s? What do you got?
Some Pegasus. Here's the rest of the rupees that we'll need for Kiki.
Yeah, and the safety bombs too. You don't technically have to get them, but they sure do help.
Yeah. Gives
Later
you
on,
an immediate 3-bomb count.
yeah, I mean, later on when we're doing skips and they're going to involve the bombs, like you really don't want to be caught lacking in bombs,
Yeah.
or especially in ice, or it's just it's really bad.
Indeed it is. So we need one more item before we can go to the next dungeon. We need the Book of Medora in order to read the ancient Hylian text. In order to get that on top of a bookshelf.
Now, you can't just get like a step ladder and get it. You need to have these shoes.
It's shocking that people are supposed to just figure this out on their own, but this is a mechanic that comes up often, is bonking into things to knock them down.
Yeah, they use it in desert like immediately to get a key, right? Yeah, to get it off the
Yep.
blade or thing.
By then, you would have already had to get Book of Medora, so it makes sense.
It's just reinforcing. But they do like the block gimmicks.
They do.
Not enough to be overbearing, but enough to be like, you're gonna remember this one.
Knocked out of my dash. How rude.
I wonder if it actually says in text somewhere to like, you need to do that, or if you just had to figure out you had to ram into the bookcase.
I think you're just supposed to figure it out. I'm not aware of any hints that would say, like, running into things can make things fall down.
I guess if you're dashing around, you can ram into a tree, and sometimes things fall out of the tree. So maybe that would
That could be true.
that could give you an indication.
Just from randomly running into things.
But
Sometimes it works, you know?
that would
And don't question the strat.
yeah, that would fall back in line of I need to figure it out instead of being explicitly told.
I just want to spread the news that Chris G got Egypt 0045 like 5 minutes ago.
That's my guy.
Nice.
Dude really got the 45 sweep in 6 days.
Man, when he stopped playing Cradle, it's amazing what'll happen.
Yeah.
So something I've been doing as a minor time save pretty consistently, in particular when going up like ladders or narrow sets of stairs, is what's known as pumping. Link's move cycle, when he's going left or up, is 2 pixels forward and then 1 pixel forward. And then it's the reverse going right or down. It's 1 pixel, then 2 pixels. So you're able to cancel that first, the 1 pixel movement by quickly tapping and starting a diagonal movement. So if you were to go like up a staircase and you're just holding up, you can mash left and right alternating, and it will make you go significantly faster up those stairs and the like. Like I'll do it right there on those stairs. You're literally only saving like a frame for every one that you do.
Significantly faster.
Yeah,
But
it helps a lot on the
Yeah.
staircases.
after an hour and a half, it adds
Yeah,
up.
it adds up, yeah.
Sure.
And I mean, it's like a free time save, so might as well.
Yes. There's some more pumping that you can do with harder movement, not just with staircases, and I think that pumping saves upwards of 6 seconds total in the entire run.
Well, what do you think pumping saves during the entire run, like on stairs?
Probably maybe 10 seconds.
Yeah, because there's a lot more stairs you can use on than you. Even when you start doing it, then you initially realize like, oh, like you can pump on those stairs.
Yeah. I practiced a lot of this game. Like I thought I would speedrun it, and then I just gave up.
Oh.
It was just too much for me.
I mean, it's pretty hard overall, even if you like know what you're doing.
It's a very intense game.
Yeah, it's really demanding for sure. Even casually, it's pretty insane.
All right, time for my least favorite boss.
Here we go. This is the 3 cycle.
You can tell whether or not the run is spliced here. Oh wait, no, this isn't the boss fight. Never mind. This
Okay.
is another one.
Okay, so one cycle, 0 hits. This is not the 3 cycle.
Start.
Oh man.
Yeah, don't die.
The plan.
Bottom.
There's one of them.
Do these guys have left?
I think you just evenly spread the hits out.
Okay, this guy's almost dead. One more hit's gotta do it. Thank God. Okay, well, lost a ton of time there. That boss fight is like 95% skill, and I have 0 of it. So
Lemdol sucks, but you didn't die, so
I didn't die now.
Yeah, so you didn't lose 10 minutes.
I did lose nearly 30 seconds though to my PB.
Well, it's not 10 minutes, so we'll take that.
It's not no. We're still doing just fine.
Listen, if you have the God Hera and like 0 blue balls, we're in. We're back.
That's true. I think my PR has 5 or 6 blue balls, which loses a significant amount of time.
Yeah, because that's
what are blue balls?
They are part of Aghanim's boss pattern.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, trust me, you gonna see because he's not gonna get 0.
Yeah, you'll see. There's no way I get a 0 pattern.
If he gets a 0, I might just hang up the call out of disgust.
I may just stop there. Just make it a Dark World speedrun.
Just be like, wow, this Dark World run, amazing.
Alright, so we now have 2 pendants. We need 1 more.
Oh, hey, listen. Going off of your the run you did the other day, when you come back this way, don't end up in jail in the forest. Okay?
I'd like to. That sounds pleasant. Now we have to walk.
This is where I gave up.
You just get lost in the darkness.
No, I just like, okay, there's no way I memorized all of this for like a single playthrough, and I just stopped.
Mate, he got lost in the sauce.
Yes, the strats.
Well, yeah, if you only made it this far, then you probably gave up at the right time, because there's still an hour at least left.
Yeah, I thought I was getting like close to the end of the game, and then when I saw like I just got started, I was like, okay, no fucking way.
Oh, man, the fun's just begun. We haven't even done the hard part yet.
Yeah, no. All of this has been pretty easy. So you can see, like, just pumping versus not pumping. I stopped pumping about a third of the way up. It's significantly slower.
You're pumping right now?
I pumped, then didn't pump, then pumped going up the stairs.
Yeah, this part's weird.
Alright, into Hera.
We're gonna need the tactical death.
I don't think so. I think we'll be fine. Depends what this mini Moldorm does.
I mean, he
Maybe.
usually,
Okay.
let's see. This guy usually has your number, is the thing.
He did.
Hey, he got 1 hit. I mean, he usually gets 2, so 1 hit is an improvement.
It's
Oh,
tempting
that's
to
awesome.
use traditional death strats, but while it's a good meme,
That boomerang strat is awesome. Also, I'm way behind in the live stream.
I think the stream's just way behind from where I am in general. Well, that's fine.
I mean, because it is a restream, so it is delayed.
Yeah, who's
Yeah.
gonna run the delay?
Now look, these rooms where you have to fight off all the tiles are cool, but they do waste a lot of time.
Yeah.
Fortunately, this is the only one that we actually have to sit through in a normal run.
Oh yeah, it's a skull as well.
There'll be a couple other that we walk into, but we won't have to deal with.
Yeah, I like those. You can just peace out. But nah, I'm good.
Big key, and now we can go upstairs. Now time for my actual least favorite room in the entire game.
Pog!
This
I will
room?
never do that room that well ever again.
Wow. That's literally the best you've
Oh
done.
my god.
You even got an arrow drop. That's because you did shoot 80 arrows.
Yeah, I do need to work towards restoring my arrow count. I did annihilate it.
How's the run so far, Adam? Is it hot?
It actually is.
That's good.
If the boss fight earlier had gone better, it would have helped. But we're doing well.
All right. This is your first bomb skin, right?
Oh my god, that's insane.
So that's not as hard as it looks, but it's very, very punishing if you mess it up. I missed bumper skip, of course I did. hit the bomb jump, miss the bumper skip.
Yes, of course. I mean, that just shows you that bumper skip was harder somehow than the bombs.
Try. Yeah, we're gonna stock up before Moldorm because this
Make the
guy
spoilers.
does not like me.
All right. Surely this can't be like impossible.
Oh yes, this boss fight.
Get out of there, dude.
Wow, he's camping the corner. He's like, come in here. Nothing
Yeah.
else.
Fucking cheap. Oh my god, it's got hyper realistic eyes.
Yes, he
Oh
does.
my god. And he's high as fuck.
Like googly eyes.
Looks high as fuck.
Alright, I'm gonna actually catch that pendant correctly.
Nice.
I must have had a good Hera in my PR because I'm actually losing time still. That's fine.
It was probably the one time in your life you had a good Harry.
Probably. I know Dark World was a bit of a mess in my PB, so. Not that I'm trying to get a PB right now. I'm definitely not.
You absolutely are.
I'm not in position.
You're using reverse psychology on like the universe or something.
I mean, listen, if you get like one blue ball, then maybe, but that's the only Giga free time save on the table.
I could do well in Turtle. I think I lost a lot of time in Turtle in my PB.
It's really easy to do that, to be fair.
Alright, we now have all 3 pendants, which means it's time for us to go get our Master Sword.
Oh no, it was this part that I gave up, yeah. Right after I got the Master Sword. Because I was like, cool, I got the Master Sword, the game's done now, right?
Nope. I would even hesitate to call this like the end of the first half.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. In my PR, I lost a ton of time getting the Master Sword. Or my split was weird. I don't remember if I lost a bunch of time or like I split really late for Master Sword.
More than likely, it was you split lane.
Yeah. So we'll call that fake time save. Alright, now we have the Master Sword. This serves as an upgraded sword. We now are dealing additional damage. And when we have full health, we have sword beams.
Love sword beams.
Which are pretty great. The problem is you have to be at full health to use them.
Mate, you grabbing the mushroom on your way out?
Yes.
Alright. I don't know if I wasn't sure when you grabbed it.
It's a little bit easier on the way out because you can just cancel the dash with the left and then you're good.
Look at this optimal gameplay.
We are going to be doing some safe strats because I'm a coward and the game's harder. So
yeah, because you know, we'll be going into a zone with 10 hearts where everything does 4. So you do the math.
Yeah.
It should be fine on paper, right?
Listen, let me tell you about paper.
Paper's dumb.
That shit takes.
Ah!
There's Midnight Cinderella.
Oh, there he is. Did you get your name changed in the ranks?
Yeah, it's me. That's what plays when I show up.
Alright, so now we have to go up the tower to a series of rooms with different enemies.
Dinner's ready.
Dinner's ready.
The dinner's ready.
Oh shit.
I modified my strat halfway through attempting to do it. It did not work. Do not recommend.
The rare modify into cancel strat.
Yeah, that guy always. That's fine. I don't like having beams in this room anyway. Beams. If I swing my sword at full health, it shoots beams, and these guards are all instantly alerted to me, and they'll just troll me completely. Health isn't that big of a concern.
I bet y'all didn't know. Bet y'all didn't know Wing has a stealth mechanic. Ooh wee.
It's a stealth game.
Health isn't a concern, but it will be pretty soon.
Yeah, I think Metal Gear Solid probably copied this. Yeah.
Hey, look. Hideo Kojima said this is his favorite game. He told me.
He told you.
Yeah, while we were watching WWF, he told me all about it. It was insane.
The windows are finally open.
You guys hang out for Monday Night SmackDown.
Yeah.
Dad, you're being a total guard right now.
Go to the fucking army base. Dude, this guard is fucking shooting me. Stop. keeps back boosting me.
Alright, time to see what our boy Aganim has in store for me today. So, I need to hit him with 6 of his energy balls. This is the classic ping pong section of the Zelda game.
There are a lot of balls in this game, aren't
Yeah, there are. I have to hit 6 of them back to him. He shoots 4 different attacks in every cycle before shooting a lightning attack. The first attack will always be a ball. Attacks 2, 3, and 4 are either going to be ball or blue ball. There's a blue ball. I just lost time.
Here we go. That's one.
Okay. So 1 blue ball so far.
Oh man, space.
2 blue balls.
It's not me.
So again, the first attack of the cycle is a good attack. So I'm halfway done.
Boost lightning.
3 blue balls. 4 blue balls.
All right. So now we're at the mean now. Like that's average.
4 blue balls, and I get another lightning attack, which means I've dealt 4 damage so far to him. So I need 2 more. This one's guaranteed.
Yeah, bro. Good cap.
5
Good
blue
cap,
balls.
Don't let me
6
hear
blue balls.
I said don't let me hear it. I said don't let me hear 6.
I accidentally had my mic muted for stream. Thank you, Lima, for the donation. Kapap!
No, we already heard you, dude.
No, I know.
7
No,
blue
I
balls.
had it muted.
Guaranteed attack here. This is the last one that I need.
Oh, right.
7 blue
Idiot.
balls. That is a huge time loss. And there's nothing I can do about it.
Okay. This is not it. I have to admit, this run is not it.
Oh my god, you guys passed $300 win.
Now,
Yes!
welcome to the hard part of the run.
Yeah. Now Now that we're good and warmed up, now the run starts.
Yeah.
There are.
By the way, did the $300 Lotus donation come in? Yeah.
No.
No.
We will have to wait for the dono. Yeah, dude. This run's sick. Link to the Past is cooked.
So we have now successfully completed the Light World, 3 dungeons, and then I guess you could call the Tower a 4th dungeon. But that leaves us with 8 more dungeons.
How bad is like the true any percent in this game?
I mean, it's like a minute and a half long, so
Okay, so it fucking sucks.
yeah.
No,
it's
but like how bad is it like execution wise? Is it like
no idea. I've
what's-
never bothered to learn it. It uses some very, very powerful glitches, which in a category called no major glitches, we obviously do not allow.
yeah.
So say hi to Kiki.
Hi Kiki.
Hey, what's up? Blah.
Yeah, the execution of those insane out of bounds are like they're pretty like. I mean, they're pixel perfect, but they're not like insane. Like the people that are good at them, they can just do it on command, so it's not outrageous.
All right, Kiki has now opened the first dungeon of the Dark World for us.
What a good guy.
What a champ.
And now, welcome to the probably the most terrifying part of the run, in my opinion, is Dark Palace.
Nah, it's gonna be fine.
You give it Gee, I can't use words. You think Dark Palace?
Because there are no safety strats until
Okay.
It's called the Dark Palace.
Put
It's
it that
scary
way.
place.
When you put it that way, yeah, because you have no revive, you have no anything.
I will have backups after this dungeon, but until this dungeon is done, I will not have backups. So there's a couple things that can go wrong in this dungeon that will force me to hit the rewind button, invalidating this run. But who cares?
Wow, I'm sure somebody does. QWERTY does.
We'll get to see our first real instance of pause buffering in this run.
Oh, yes.
You are able to buffer inputs pretty much perfectly out of pauses, which makes getting pixel perfect setups much easier.
What is this, perfect art?
Yes. Monkey sound.
All right, and now time for the hard part.
Let's see. Okay. So he's trying to set up this crazy bomb jump where he can flip an entire like section if he can get over there and get the magic hammer just by doing about this insane bomb thing.
Oh my god, this setup looks wild.
We're good.
All right.
It is the bomb has to be placed perfectly on the y-axis, and then Link has to be placed perfectly on the y-axis.
Oh my god.
It is not an X perfect trick, but the Y is literally pixel perfect. So I had to buffer 2 perfect pixels right there, and I just barely got it.
Thank God for pause
you-
buffering. However, I do respect runs with the pause trick, but unfortunately, I don't think they should be.
There it is.
They
Unfortunately,
invalidate my Link to the Past run.
you chucked the second bomb north by mistake, just to be cool, because cool guys don't look at explosions.
There's another little trick to shoot the arrow over there. You're not supposed to do that. It makes our lives a little bit easier.
The snipe. You demonstrated that you're not supposed to do it by wasting 3 arrows there.
Yeah. I think that has a 5 pixel window.
Yeah. That sounds right. Which is bigger and smaller than you think.
Bigger and smaller?
Yeah, same time.
That's what she said.
What's harder, hitting that with an arrow or doing the start of Villa Agent fast?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably.
Oh my god, another hyper-realistic eye. Let's go.
Yeah, we're in.
There you
A
go.
long quote-unquote cutscene of this wall just shaking off to the side. There's going to be another one a couple dungeons from now that's even longer and is off-screen, so you can't even see it happen.
Oh,
It's pretty
nice.
good.
Good time to drink some water.
All right, time for my least favorite screen in the dungeon is right after this.
Sorry, it looks fucking terrible.
No,
Alright,
you
here
can't
it is.
see. It's in darkness.
That's
Oh, yeah.
it?
The turtle room. Yeah. Turtle
Oh,
room.
this one. I thought you were talking about like the,
Oh, no,
the
not the
L
one-
shaped. Just
no.
the hallway.
The one with the like 6 or 8 turtles. I hate that one.
Dude,
I did
hammers
not
should
get
be used
hurt.
more as
I did
weapons
not
in
get
video
hurt there,
games.
which is very good, as we are just about to get to the boss, which is terrifying. All right.
Now, let's see if you actually get any tail whips this time, or all fireballs again, for like the 5th time around.
Oh my god. What a crazy fucking dude.
Let's see. Oh,
It's
that
the
was
mask
fun.
from Eyes Wide Shut.
Oh no. Another fireball.
Do you mind?
You want him to do the tail attack so you can just stay in his grill and keep hitting him. That's the 3rd fireball in a row.
Okay, we're good.
Alright.
All right. Most terrifying part of the run, in my opinion, is now over.
Yes.
At least he was nice enough to give you a tail whip at the very end.
Oh, I forgot to split for Dark World. What's my... I don't remember what my split button
no-
is. Oh, it's shift. Okay, we're good. Oh, you know what? I must have like clicked out of my splits or something before Dark World. I must have done it. All right, now it's time to go get some backups. So
Time
that,
to go shopping.
so that I'm not gonna die. Well, I will probably die, but that I won't game over. Each of these cutscenes are insanely long.
Okay, do the speech skill. I wish you could.
Now, there are still a few things that terrify me on the way to pick stuff up, but I have okay strats to deal with them. So, okay, we're good. That screen's the worst. So obviously, like, it's kind of, you know, it's fine and all, just running everywhere, but that is kind of slow. So what if we had the ability to warp places? That would be pretty lit, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I wish I could do it right. I wish I could do it right now and go get some nice chicken.
It's the Ocarina of Time.
Oh man, and then a bit anachronistic. This game came first.
I would say Ocarina of Time is anachronistic, which is funny because it's a game about time.
That do be ironic.
I would like to know that this is a link to the past, and yet there is nothing to do with the past in this game. So
It's all
So
about a
It's merely a link.
It's just
it's
a cool
link to
name.
a
That's
parallel world as opposed.
yeah, I don't know exactly what they were thinking, but that's okay.
They thought it sounded cool and just ran with it, even if it made no sense.
We need a link-based pun for this title.
Something I just did there, actually, when I dashed through the door to get into this house, that is actually a pixel perfect trick as well.
Amazing.
But it has a much easier setup. So, if you just look at the map right here, you can see everything's kind of based on a grid. Everything in this game is set up on this grid, including walls and doors, exteriors, like blocks, chests, everything's on the grid somewhere. So, I've done this a couple times in the various dungeons. Any door can be dashed through if you are perfectly on the grid. If you are not on the grid, it cannot be dashed through and you will bonk on it. So, you'll see me occasionally do short setups to dash through doors quickly, like I just did to get in the Bugcatcher house. Which I should mention is not a world record strat, because the world records are not cowards and they don't get the net at all. Alright, going back. We now have Magic Powder. Magic Powder is one of the best safety items in any game ever. It allows us to turn the anti-fairies, which look kind of like bubbles from more recent Zelda games, and turn the anti-fairies into fairies, which is just automatic health, and they're everywhere, so it's a really nice tool for safety. Now we're back to the Dark World. Now, the Dark World is a bit freer than the Light World in terms of what order you need to go in. This particular route that I'm taking, I will be doing them, as far as their, like, intended order, I will be going 1, 4, 3, 5, 6, 2, 7.
Yeah, even playing it casually, you can do the dungeons in several different orders. Like they're not.
There's a wider range of orders.
Yeah, they're not strictly required order at all.
There are some very minor checks put in place to try to make you do the dungeons in a certain order. However, the checks are very easy to bypass.
Yeah.
We will see later when I access the 6th dungeon without hookshot.
Like the only one you're like.
There's a key dash, by the way, setting it up pixel perfect.
Yes. The only one you're kind of hardwired to, you kind of have to do Turtle Rot last, but other than that, you can get away with just about any other order.
Getting my first safety fairy here. I'm gonna try to get the God Pixel in this room. I did not get it, but it actually worked out because the enemy patterns were really troll.
I hate that room. I hate that long conveyor belt room so much. It's always a nightmare.
There's a perfect pixel that you can get on the center conveyor that, given good enemy RNG, will take you perfectly through the entire room in one dash, which is obviously really useful in a speedrun.
If you haven't caught on to the pattern yet, there's going to be many, many more perfect pixels in the rooms. So
Yep.
just buckle up for that. I actually died to those grasshoppers one time because they do absurd amounts of damage, and I just like face checked one because I wasn't paying attention.
Pretty much all the enemies in this dungeon do an absurd amount. Gonna grab a safety fairy.
Yeah, so like when you're first playing, and even like mid-level playing, like the time the time you save by skipping like bottle and net and fairy powder is not balanced out by how much you would lose if you died, so it's just completely worth to just get them.
Yeah. So we're gonna save this lady. She's been trapped in here. Never mind the fact that most humans can't take on the form of a human in the dark world. We're just gonna assume that she's fine.
She's fine. Like, how many? So you get the moon pearl, right?
Yeah,
The moon pearl keeps you like human, right?
correct.
How many of those are there?
I mean, I couldn't tell you. You'd have to ask Nintendo.
I have to call the moon pearl manufacturing company. How many of these you?
I mean, there was one in a big box in a tower up in a mountain, so I don't know how exclusive those are.
I mean, it feels kind of like Supreme to me, and there may only be one of those.
Nah, they're just hard to come by.
No, it's
When
the
you get one, why would you get rid of it?
It's the supreme brick of the Legend of Zelda.
Some guy actually put his for safekeeping up in that tower and he just stole it.
We borrowed it.
Pretty good blind fight. Blind is actually a solved fight. You can execute it perfectly. Even though it seems like the patterns and the flying heads are pretty random. I had a really good... The first phase is the easiest to do consistently.
Yeah. The first time you come in and do it, it's going to be the same thing every time. If you die, then you get to re-experience the room completely differently.
Because you can't start behind him.
So if I were you, I would just simply not die.
Yeah, don't die to him, and you'll be good. The strats are pretty tricky. I've had a perfect first 2 phases. I've never executed a full 3 phase because it is kind of tricky, but totally doable. That was actually a gold. That's kind of cool.
Wow.
All right, so now we need to get a better sword. While this is the Master Sword, you know, the sword that banishes all evil, the mystical sword of legend that we had to go to 3 different dungeons and all over the overworld to get and collect a book and do all this crazy shit. It's actually only the second it's only the second upgrade. There are 2 more upgrades for sword that we can get. So sucks to suck if you're the Master Sword.
Okay, but
Ollie, are we just borrowing that guy's 300 rupees?
Couldn't tell you.
Yes.
Yeah, I'll give them back in when I.
We'll give them back in stock options.
Look, we're using it to buy Bitcoin. We're gonna make it back 50 times.
So I have now saved the dwarf. He lost his brother, and his brother's now back because Dark World. Oh, forgot I was doing this.
Yeah,
And now they're going to upgrade my sword for a whopping 10 rupees.
Yeah, the only thing better than the Master Sword, the bane of all evil, is the Master Sword on fire. So
It'd be much cooler if it was actually imbued with fire. But
okay, so this guy that looks like the dude from Demon's Crest, like, you wake him up and he's so mad about it. He's like, I'm gonna curse you to have half magic, but he did it backwards. So now you spend half magic instead of having it cut in half. And I actually did think, like, as a kid, I did think he actually cut my magic in half because, like, I couldn't do math, I guess, or I didn't. And I was just like, and I actually sat and thought about it because I was like, why would they put it in the game that it cuts it in half? Like, why would they do that?
that's rude.
It is very rude. Also, the screen where, the screen where you get the orc arena where the kid's playing the flute and then he just disappears. Like, that room freaked me out as a kid. Like, he just disappeared. I was like, what is happening?
Same.
I did not like it.
All right, here's another 300 rupees. We'll be spending all those later. We're just gonna let them sit in our pockets for now.
So we're just borrowing it. We're gonna pay it back.
I sure hope so. It would be very rude to just
Listen, we're the hero. We're the hero of. Well, we're not the hero of time because this is Link of the Past. We're the hero of the Link of the Past. So you know, it's not stealing.
All right, now to the third Dark World dungeon, both casually and in the speedrun. Skull Woods. The gimmick here is that there are a bunch of different entrances spread out throughout the woods here.
Yep. And in the speedrun, we're gonna see like 10% of the room. So enjoy.
Yep.
wow.
Wow, you're getting bad zombies. Well, at least
Fine.
Now,
We're fine.
and listen, you see the hand? It's like, don't get grabbed. You probably know this from other Zeldas, but don't. He's the wall master. If he grabs you, you're going back to the start. You know, you're not collecting $200 pass and go. You understand? It's bad.
It's actually they're extremely troll here in this dungeon. They're present in almost every room, including the room immediately prior to the boss fight, which means that you could get all the way to the boss, and then just wait too long, and then suddenly you're stuck all the way back at the entrance to that section.
All right.
An extra bomb there for the boys.
Yes. Refund. That's probably that bomb jump might even be easier than the Moon Pearl bomb jump. Really, it's super free.
That one's quite easy. Yes. It saves us a little bit of running around in circles.
Wish the one we're gonna do in about 10 minutes was free. However,
That one, yeah. It's worth noting that even the world record route for this game does get the upgraded Master Sword, just because of how troll this game is.
oh yeah, I mean, like even if you skipped at the time you would save skipping it, you won't get it back. You'll just bleed it from losing damage and from like the Ganon fight at the end. So that yellow thing on the ground, I don't know if you mentioned it alright, but that's an anti-fairy. And if it touches you, it sends you back into like the rabbit form as if you didn't have the Moon Pearl, and you can't do anything in that state. So obviously it's super troll and wastes a bunch of time. But if you have the powder, it's just an instant like fairy dispenser. So you actually love to see them if you have the magic on.
Oh my god, it's Mothra.
Yeah. I think he actually is named Mothula. It's as close as you could be to Mothra.
That boss fight's really troll. If you slash, I think Mothula is the name. If you slash into the spikes, it actually takes no damage.
Yeah.
So
if he's just camping the top of the room and you're just pushing him into the spikes over and over again, he's just like, haha. So that's sometimes why if you do this fight, casually or not, and it feels like it takes forever, that's why.
Did Albert Einstein solve this fight? Or is this one of them that he solved?
He's so smart, like, he's standing next to spikes, and you push him into spikes, and, like, it's like, you know, negative times a negative makes positive, and just cancels the damage.
Shut up.
Now, I believe this is the time where we're gonna do, like, flippers and do the other shopping, yeah?
Yep, it is time to go for a little bit of a overworld adventure here. Got a couple things to pick up.
Yeah. What kind of inflation is going on in Hyrule where flippers cost 500 smacks?
Dude, it's those fish. They don't understand economics.
Oh, they must be almost Reaganomic.
So first thing we're gonna do,
trickle down economics.
there's a couple things we need to pick up. first and foremost, there are 3 medallions in the game: Ethos, Quake, and Almost. They're just like super powerful magical attacks.
Yeah. Almost is like the coolest one, but it's not required to get, so we're not gonna get it. But you need Ether and you need Quake to open some of the dungeons later. So we're gonna get Ether now, which is at the tippy top of Death Mountain. So and you need the book, which you would obviously have, and the Master Sword, which you would obviously have.
If it didn't require Master Sword, we could have gotten it earlier with Hera, but it does require you to have the Master Sword. So
so you'll definitely have those 2 items, but I mean, if you're playing like a rando, you may be out of luck. You may not get both. So now,
Polly and I are probably going to do rando this next time for the next ECM. So look forward to that.
So here's another required item.
This one's completely out of the way. It's absolutely ridiculous that it is required. You cannot beat the game without this item.
What do we get?
Ice rod, baby.
But why do we need it? Just looks like a stick.
Later on in the game, there's this boss called Trinex, and he has an ice head and a fire head, and you can only damage the fire head after you hit it with the ice rod. And you can only damage the fire head after you hit it with the ice. I said that twice. You get what I'm saying. But the key is the fire rod was in a dungeon, and the ice rod is over in some grotto in the corner of the map. So, not exactly being steered in the right direction there.
That's a pretty good game.
So if you weren't keen on exploration, and you just did all the dungeons, like you just show up at Trinex and it's unbeatable.
Yeah. At the end of like the hardest dungeon in the game. Oh fuck me! What the fuck do I do here?
What's the problem?
I mean, you'll see. I actually don't know what I'm doing.
No.
This is save and quit. I can't do anything else. I can rewind, but it's not. I like this run enough that I don't want to invalidate.
So I haven't. I have to do the meme really quick, okay?
That's never happened before. I've never seen that.
Wow, that's fucking wild.
I know.
That's definitely a soft lock. There was no way to get out of that besides saving and quitting.
Why would Nintendo do this?
You had to have been hit at the perfect angle and been on the sub-pixel like flip out like that.
Yeah.
You just got fucked.
We are seeing some out of bounds action today. Does that count as a major glitch?
I was gonna say, does this invalidate the major glitch category?
Oh, it does now. Now it's
Accidentally performed major glitch.
now it's accidental major glitch.
Alright, we're gonna wake up the fish. He's gonna give us the other medallion that we need.
Quake.
Second accidental express of the run.
You just wanted to look at where you were at. It's all good.
Yeah, I had to make sure. I get lost sometimes.
Listen, it'd be like that.
Now time for one of the slowest sections of the game.
Yeah, because dash speed is not as good on the water, and also walking at the angle is not as good either.
Look at this shooting.
So, because the Zoras don't know what money is, like, they could have, they could have just easily asked you for, like, a rock instead of, like, 500 smacks, but here you go. We're paying 500. Which is just as good, because, I mean, like, when you break it down, like, there's not a lot to actually use money for in this game, outside of, like, shopping, if you just want to buy, like, potions and whatever, but other than some mini games, like, there's not a lot to do with money. So,
What were you really the flippers for?
well, we got a swim mate.
Where do we have to swim that?
They're-
to beat
I mean,
the-
they're dungeon locations. They're dungeon locations we can't access without the flippers, and there are well, you cannot do the swamp dungeon without the flippers.
My clean cut with the $1.11 donation. If that's really who I think it is, thank you very much, mate.
Thank you so much.
Bless. Thank you for the
Bless.
donation, champ.
Speaking of clean cut, it's getting to be about that time for me, mate. I think I might have to go.
I need one as well. I
Listen,
nearly got one yesterday, and then I nearly got one today, and then I just didn't leave my apartment.
Well,
Just light your
I'm-
hair on fire. No more problems.
there's a less aggressive way to do that, I think, if you want to do it yourself. I don't think we have to use immolation to do it.
But it'll be very clean. It'll be completely sterilized.
It's funny because literally just a moment ago I was thinking, I'm like, damn, I gotta shave. So I'm probably gonna shave tomorrow.
I'm gonna have to shave tomorrow because if I don't shave every 2 days, my face looks like prickly and I hate it.
Oh fuck.
Nasty.
Remember how we said bomb count in Ice Palace is a bit of a Monka-esque?
Yeah, we're down to one bomb. So okay, so we're gonna get some from the skellies, but this is kind of dicey. We're gonna do the hard. He's about to do the hardest bomb jump, so there's not a lot of room for error.
No pressure. Don't worry about it.
Can I beat them without bombs? I don't think I can.
I don't think you can. So this is actually a problem. No, you can't kill them without bombs. So
Did I want to save and quit? I didn't want to save and quit. Fuck it. We're rewinding.
yeah. All right, here we go. Well, the run's invalidated, guys.
Runs invalid.
The run was invalidated
It's fine.
anyway.
I'm
Because
We're heading
the major glitch into the
No,
wall.
when you got the 1 in quadrillion out of bounds. Yeah, it's great. But yeah, lucky bomb drops are
He literally faced.
such a big deal. It happened again. What?
The tutorial for that room is just like, yeah, just do this forehead, and it doesn't work. It doesn't. It just does. It doesn't
I hope
work.
he dropped a 4 pound. A 1. All right, well, bomb of destiny, I guess.
I believe I only need the 1 here, but that means I have 1 shot at this before I
Yeah.
have the 1.
You only need the 1, but you're gonna have to line it up.
You got this.
Okay, we got it, but no, we didn't. Fuck off.
I heard that sound effect. Did you get hit or walk off? Yeah, you walk. Listen, I've done that plenty. I've done that plenty myself. Just walked right off.
These pits are like giant abysses. Like you can just get sucked up into them so fucking easily.
Yeah, they've got like magnets on them.
I'm trying to figure out why my bomb count's so low today. Normally I have like 3 or 4 extras.
Well, you've done at least 2 random bomb plants with the fans.
That's true.
Because you did one at the fire rod. You used an extra bomb to do the hammer jump.
Oh my
And-
god. Oh, that's right, because I missed the get in the stairs, you little. Come on.
Little green
That's fine.
redact.
Ice Palace is where runs traditionally fall apart, so this is nothing new.
Listen, as a man who's had at least 75% of their runs fall apart at Ice Palace. Yeah. Oh, there's a fairy down here you can get, right?
Yep.
Okay, because I was gonna say, like, you know, our boy whose name I forget. What's the boss's name? Cold Stare?
Stare. With
Yeah.
a K. With a K.
Yeah. Yeah.
Cold Star?
No, cold stare
Oh, I can't.
with a K. And you might be saying, like, why does he spell cold start with a K? And it's because he does 4 hearts of damage when he hits you. So
That's
This
a
guy,
lot.
this guy. There's
Oh,
a
we
good
did.
reason for that.
Ah, yes, the recurring theme of hyper-realistic eyes returns.
Oh,
This game really never ceases to amaze me.
listen, if you like
Oh,
hyper-realistic
yeah.
eyes, wait till you get to Misery Mire.
Yeah, next dungeon. You're really gonna like the next dungeon boss. Okay, that was a near disaster there on the boss fight, but it's fine. I also forgot to split for Skullwoods, which is fine.
Everything is fine.
We're gonna be like 4.5 minutes behind by the time Ice Palace is over. It's great.
Everything is fine.
How,
Nothing to see here.
4 minutes
Totally
behind estimate, or
Oh, no.
are we?
No, he's just 4 minutes behind his split.
Oh,
Which is actually still not bad pace if the rest of the dungeons go fine, which, I mean, who knows? My goal for this was to try to get sub 150, so we're still on pace for that. I have to have a pretty good... Well, I have to have a not bad rest of the dungeons, and then we're fine. The next ones aren't that tricky, and there aren't any trips or anything crazy, it's just execution mostly. Can't menu today, that's okay. Forgot to split for Ice Palace. Alright, so welcome to Dark World Dungeon number 6. That's the wrong medallion. It is worth noting that while there is a dungeon called Swamp Palace, this is not Swamp Palace.
but why does this look like Swamp Palace?
It is actually Misery Mire, because apparently it's worse than...
Misery Mire.
Oh, did he ask why this isn't called the Swamp?
Yeah.
I don't have a good answer for you, but
This is clearly a swamp dungeon. I don't understand.
it's called
What
Misery
were they
Mire
thinking?
because a lot can go wrong in this dungeon, even though it's like
That was a really good Wizrobe and Kodobo rune. That's actually probably the best I've literally ever done. That was wild.
Misery Mire sounds like a really difficult roller coaster tycoon scenario.
where you have to build in like some marsh.
Yeah, it's all swampy. There's lots of trees and plants everywhere.
The Ferris wheel sinking into the ground.
Yes.
There are no vistas of power lines.
That was convenient. One sword swipe hitting the switch and the jelly. That's good.
Optimal. So if you don't do this, if you do this particular route that he's doing for this dungeon, this dungeon's like very short and like not so bad. But if you deviate from this path, you have to go into 10 times as many rooms as we're doing.
That's
Alright,
a lot.
who's ready? I promised it earlier. It is time. 17 seconds of just screen shaking.
Oh yeah,
Giving the people what they want.
this is it right here.
This is a giant wall moving off screen. I don't know what they were thinking.
I heard that they actually used a
Because
video
there's no way
physics for
to
this
be in the
wall
room
movement.
as it happened.
What were
So-
they thinking?
It's like, what were they thinking?
So again, magic powder is great for cowards because you have free health refills all over these ladder dungeons because there's anti-bubbles everywhere. Or sorry, anti-fairies.
So, in lieu of that, in vein of that, let's circle back. So, you notice in the Ice Palace, skip the big chest with like the item in it. Well, it's because it's not required, but in that is the blue mail, and that cuts the damage you take in half, which is obviously super helpful.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
We don't have it, so that's why everything does a billion when you get touched.
Man, you get magic consume half, you get half damage.
Oh yeah.
This game
What
sounds
about
like cake.
what about half speed?
Half what?
Half speed. You run double fast.
Oh, we have that. It's Pegasus boost.
Yeah.
Damn.
Well,
we
there's
got
also
everything.
spin speed, but that's a J exclusive glitch.
When do we get double damage?
We have that too. It's the sword. It's the upgrade sword.
Yeah, but is it really double though?
Yes.
Don't mind me. Just struggle busting here. Nothing to
Yeah,
see.
I've done the math. If you had got it to land on the button and stay on that throw, it would have been sick.
Yeah, I that was nearly a great backup. That was totally not what I intended to do there, but it almost worked.
Man, I would have popped that fairy with the powder if it was me getting Eddie out.
There's more in this next room, and there's nothing that's gonna kill me before then.
That's true, but I mean, I like to live dangerously. You know me.
Yeah, LTK.
Well, living dangerously there would only lose you time, but this one isn't bad because it's literally on way to the next room.
Listen, mate, if you caught my run last night, I've got no problem losing time. You understand?
Bonk. I haven't had that many bad bonks today. That's good. I mean,
No,
there's still time for more, but
the movement's been much cleaner than like average. For sure.
all right. Now for the most hyper realistic eyes in the entire game.
That's a bold statement right there.
This is a this is like Pokemon Creepy Black now. This is what
Those are the souls of all the dead
Oh my
Pokemon.
god, is that the music from Lavender Town?
it started playing.
It's getting slower.
Man, you make quick work of that guy.
Yeah, that looked pretty easy. You made it.
Oh yeah.
That fight isn't that bad, but you have to go in with full health. The
Just
speed
tank it all.
strat, the speed strat's easy to execute, but requires, I believe, 8 hearts optimally.
Yeah.
I didn't do it quite optimally. I took 9 damage.
Yeah. When you step into like the light like puddle that he's surrounded by, well, you take a heart of damage, but then you get free hits on the eyes.
Yeah,
And
because you have the iframes.
if the eyes like run into you, it's 4. So you really don't want that to happen. But you get that clean,
Great
and
goal. Good.
you know, then you just stun lock the big eye with the arrows.
Nice.
That actually totally could have been a goal. There are a lot of very good things in that dungeon.
Yeah.
But I did split Ice Palace like 5 seconds late, so...
It was much less miserable than Meyer usually is.
I see what you did there.
Alright, now it's time for us to go on a little detour all the way back to the dungeon that you're supposed to do second in the Dark World.
Mm-hmm. Yes, indeed.
You notice that we've done a lot of dungeons in Dark World. We've done 5, actually. So...
It's the M strat of the OOD family, the out of order dungeons.
we do have to take a real quick detour to Light World here. It's like things that you do in the dark or in the different worlds affect each other. This is the only time in the entire game where that really happens.
Yeah, so they were setting up that gimmick and then they did it once.
And they just forgot to do it for the rest of the Dark World dungeon.
But I mean, the reason they want you to do this 1 second is because the big item here is the hook shot, and it's like one of the best items in the game. Not just from the utility of like getting around, but while it's like it stuns enemies like the boomerang, it goes full screen, and while it's out, you're like invincible. So it's great.
It does have a lot of utility. It is not required for a lot of things. You're supposed to use it to get to the second half of the Dark World, because you're supposed to explore Dark Palace first, and then get the hammer, which then lets you access the area of Dark World that leads to this palace, and then you can hook shot to get to the other half and get to Thieves Town and Skull Woods. However, there's portals all over the place, and there just happens to be a portal that we can still use to access the dark version of Kakariko Village. So we're able to do things quite out of order.
Yeah, they put up some design checks, but it's not airtight.
The only one that's notable for the speedrun is the entrance of Misery Mire, if you were paying attention there, which I forget what we were joking about that made me not comment on it at the time. But you can just, there's a gap that you're supposed to hookshot over in order to get in. You're perfectly able to just bonk over it. So the bonk is a worthwhile speed strategy sometimes. And we'll see some more bonks a bit later on.
Yeah, I usually in the Ice Palace bomb jump room, after you hit the switch, I usually use a bonk jump to just bypass the fire stick so I don't accidentally ram into it and get pushed in the pit.
Yeah, that is another strategy. I've done that sometimes, but I probably would do that if I was better in practice, but I'm out of practice, so.
Oh, you're doing fine.
Alright. So, this dungeon's main gimmick is being a dick to you. You'll notice when I push that last switch to move the water, there was a peg next to it. If you do not make sure that the pegs are like up, then you're locked out of getting to the big key and you have to go all the way around again.
This dungeon in particular is also pretty heavy on like the random enemy movement, like permutations.
Yeah, there's a lot of enemies and they can do a lot of random things to dick you over.
And they will do it, they love it.
I'm actually shocked that I'm only missing 1 heart right now. Normally this dungeon is death by 1,000 cuts.
Oh
And-
yeah. Boy, yeah, by the time I get the hook shot, I'm like bleeding on the floor, like halfway. So I'm like,
Yeah.
just taking a billion hits.
But since this is one of the earlier Dark World dungeons, they don't deal that much damage.
Yeah.
So it's easier to afford those hits compared to say like Misery Mire or Ice Palace, where they just completely beat you up
Yeah.
and take your lunch money.
In fairness, like everything doing 4 hearts of damage is our fault, if you put it that way.
Yeah, because we do skip the blue tunic, but that's only because it's very much out of our way and there's no speedrun strats to get it.
Oh no, like you have to get the blue tunic, you have to do the dungeon basically as intended, which
Is very slow.
it's an extra like 5 minutes at least.
Yo.
Yo,
Mind if I do a quick shout out?
Go for it.
Shoutouts to your fucking boy Chris G with the Egypt 0045. Now
That's
has
my
Egypt
guy.
leaderboards. Amazing.
Nice. Welcome to the Egypt Leaderboard Club. It's a good crew.
you know, the fact that he got 0045 and he's got the 45 sleep and now he's on the leaderboard. Is that so? I got all that right. He's got all of that. Should discuss that on the podcast.
Probably like a week to get the 45 streams.
All right, very clean Argus fight.
I always forget this dude's name is Argus.
He's a very forgettable boss.
Yeah, because he kind of sucks.
Yeah. Very clean Swamp Palace. We are now basically in the end game. We have 6 of the 7 crystals we need to open Ganon's Tower. We just need to save Zelda, who is trapped in Turtle Rock atop Death Mountain. But there's a little detour we're going to do before we go there to make my life a little easier.
You think this is a gold swamp just because you didn't face tank a bunch of enemies?
It might be. Or no, it's. I don't think it is because my splits are already up. So. Where did I lose time in Swamp? I lost time getting to Swamp, I think, was the issue.
That could be it.
Yeah, I lost 1.5 seconds. Oh, come on! That's just bad luck.
That's a very petty hit.
Well, it gets better.
That's a very petty random spawn skull on the ground.
Very petty skull.
Right. So in the Dark World, Link's house is just like a bomb shop. For I don't know why. So we get the big bomb. He's gonna take it back to the palace. It's gonna open up a fairy fountain, and there he's gonna get. First of all, he's gonna get the gold sword, which is gonna make his life much better because you do insane damage output with that. And this is also where you get the silver arrows, which are basically required, but if you're in the know, it's pseudo required because you can still beat Ganon without the silver arrows, but it is much harder to do, and I don't think he will opt for that. So
no thanks. This is probably the largest detour that we do as a baby strat. Get the sword upgrade. Come on, bitch.
Yeah, because this uses like, I mean, this uses like over a minute easily to like do all this.
Yeah.
But if you get this, you just crush bosses. I forget which dungeons, like, there's like 3 specific dungeons I think where you have to do it before like the big bomb will appear. So you could get the gold sword much earlier than just wreck house. Because again, you just cut bosses in half with it. But
You have to do 5 and 6.
is it?
So Ice and Misery are the required ones. I can't get past this guy. Do you mind? Cool. I'm gonna go heal up. Don't mind me.
He completely wrecked you, man. That's just
Don't
bad.
mind me. Run's already invalid anyway. Who cares?
Yeah, you know all those squirrels you see running around on like in the park or in campus or whatever. If you hit them, they just turn into stone temporarily. Little known fact.
These guys are legitimately the worst enemy in the entire game.
They're awful. The only way they could be worse is if they did 4 hearts of damage for no reason.
That is true.
That's the absolute only way they could be worse.
Dude,
Oh, you like dolphin died off the bridge. So.
I did, yes. I thought it was a good show of support for my dolphin boys out there.
Yeah.
All right, almost to Turtle Rock here. This is probably the hardest dungeon in the game, all things considered. It's the most confusing. Everything hurts you, and at best, you only have half damage coming into this. So,
And on top of that, like if you don't have half magic powder because this dungeon revolves using the cane a lot and using your magic. If you just run out of magic, you're completely screwed. So
Yep. This is a very magic heavy dungeon. And you also, remember, need the ice rod. So if you come here without the ice rod, you're fucked.
Back in the day, like back in like 2000 and God, so long. Back in like 2010 when I was only 54, I was doing runs and I was on a sick run and I was on my way to turn. I was like, why are my splits like so good? And I just completely forgot to get the ice rod and I didn't realize it until it was way too late.
So here's some of those sick invulnerability frames from the hook shot.
Yeah, that big roller thing, it does 4 if it hits you, doesn't it?
I don't remember.
I can't remember if it's 2 or 4. Either way,
It's not pleasant. I don't recommend it.
It's not something you just want to rub up against. You know what I mean?
All right, now it's time for the actual worst room in the entire game.
Oh, the chain chomp room.
Fuck off! Get away! I'm waiting for a better pattern. I'm not getting one.
What are
I
Mero enemies doing in
I
Zelda?
insist that you leave me alone, sir. That's fine. I have a fairy.
Oh, this reminds me of that level from Super Mario 64. Why the fuck are there chain chomps for real in this game, though? Did they really, like, just give up?
Why are Goombas in Link's Awakening? Why not?
Like, bruh.
Listen,
My real question is why are they literally the worst enemy in the entire game? That room sucks.
Miyamoto's like, I can do what I want. It's my IP. Fuck you. I'll just put it in there.
The best part is in practice, I had one of my best runs ever through that room. Like right before we started stream here, but alas, of course, I just died to the chain chomps.
I'll just splice that good run in really quick.
I mean, it's already an invalid run, might as well, right?
Yeah, do the live splice.
Oh my lord. Reminder that everything does 1 billion damage in this dungeon. This is what we call not optimal. Floating Skullhead, not that threatening, right? Moves very slowly, deals 4 hearts of damage. We are gonna stock up on our way back out of this room. Okay. Shouldn't need to use that fairy, hopefully until Ganon.
No, just got to keep it clean and get a good, well, as long as you don't get trolled doing, like, the laser skin.
That's true.
So there is still that.
That's probably the only thing left that I'm legitimately, like, threatened by.
Yeah, because with the equipment you have, like, Trinex is not an issue.
He's probably one of the easiest bosses, actually, in my opinion. If you know what you're doing, he's very easy. Okay, now time for one of the worst rooms in the entire game casually, but one that's really not that bad in the speedrun.
Hold right, hold left.
And we're done.
that conveyor belt room, or I don't not even sure what to call it exactly, but I was tearing my hair out as a kid. I was like, where am I? What am I doing?
We're golden. Key dash. Let's go.
Easy.
I'm gonna grab a heal here just for safety. Oh, this. Full magic jar. And time for Trinex.
Yeah, so you can take on this dude with the gold sword. You can take him out so quick before he like starts spraying ice on the ground and just generally be annoying. Yeah. He's done. So
Quick kill. His entire body is vulnerable for about a second and a half after he pops into that form before just the middle section becomes vulnerable. So you can do that quick kill to get him out real quick. Otherwise, you have to like fight him as he rolls through the room, and you have to hit dead center on him, and it's tricky. But
so one of the scariest bosses casually, you can just completely like wipe the floor with him.
yeah,
Because normal circumstances, like if you run out of magic in this room and you don't have like a green potion or whatever, you have to reset. And if he kills you, well, obviously you reset there, but then you have to go through the entire dungeon again just to get the refight. So that's
yeah, it's not easy to get back to him. Because like you remember that chain chomp room, we would still have to go through the chain chomp room.
I mean, even with all the doors already open, like it's not trivial to go all the way back through, and it takes forever.
Yeah. So casually really hard, but speedrun, not that bad. Alright, it is time. I forgot to split for Turtle Rock, because I keep forgetting to split for everything.
It's fine.
Alright. Time for ECM 4 to break the barrier. A lot of fun little strats here in this dungeon. First half is pretty much execution, second half is combat.
Yeah, it's just like climbing combat. So this dungeon is like really fun. It's really well put together.
We will not be seeing approximately, I'd say like 2/3 of this dungeon.
Oh yeah, easily. But this dungeon is cool because it's set up like it's basically set up like a little final exam because you use basically everything you've learned and like acquired as we've gone along. Even in the speed run, you use plenty of it. Ooh. And there's not really it's stressful when you get this far, like if you're on pace, just because of like, I mean that's how it works in general, but there's not a lot of rooms in this place that are super problematic.
No, especially not with the safe strats that I'm using. Gold sword and silver arrows make a lot of the rooms very trivial. There's a nice little bonk to skip the tile warp there. Saves like 5 seconds.
But it looks cool. That's more important than the 5 seconds.
That was extraordinarily troll. invisible walkways there, but you can skip doing all the invisible walkways with a very easy little bonk.
You can reveal invisible walkways by lighting the torch, or you can use ether and it will reveal the floor as well.
Now time for the Armos refight, except the gimmick is we're on ice instead of just on normal ground. Very easy with silver arrows, since all of them only take one. Big key, arrow chests. In a non-coward speedrun, you would mirror out of the dungeon right now, but
y'all
not gonna do that.
cowards.
We're gonna get one last thing to make our lives a bit easier.
Y'all are cowards and y'all don't smoke crack.
That's right.
Those are 2 facts about me.
Am coward, do not smoke crack. That's the checklist.
2 out of 3 interesting things about myself.
Alright, so we now have the red tunic, which is the best protection and defense that we can get.
Yeah. Really nice for us at the very peak end of the game. Now we have perfect defense. So everything will destroy a spy look just if it blinks at us. Oh, swinging a miss. There.
This is the laggiest room on the face of the planet.
It really is. Like, you can't tell because you're not playing it, but
I mean, you can see the lag frames.
oh yeah, they do have eyes. My bad.
Hyper realistic to add.
Alright, so the movement and execution part of the dungeon is about to come to the close and begin what is called the Gauntlet, which is exactly what it sounds like.
Spooky. Yo,
A
Paulie.
series of rooms where, in order to progress, I have to defeat every enemy in the room.
Yes, sir.
Yo,
But with gold sword and silver arrows, it's not that difficult.
you sure Nintendo aren't game developers and instead just a bunch of deviant artists that write creepypastas?
You know, according to the internet, the latter portion may be more accurate.
Good to know.
They've been up to some. You know, I watched Ben drown, and I don't know why they would make the game like that. That's very weird.
Spitting straight facts.
I think they were just big fans of creepypasta. Wanted to make a tribute.
Okay, this guy has decided to go to the opposite corner of the room as far away from me as possible.
Miyamoto read some creepypasta, and he's like, I'm gonna show y'all some shit. Hold on.
Hold my beer.
Okay, now it's time for the second boss refight.
This version of Lambdola should go much better.
Two cycle, not bad.
Yeah, a lot easier to get the 2 cycle this time. It's really rewarding you get this far and the you know, the things that were giving you problems before, and now you're just one shot.
Perks of silver arrows, honestly. Oh, I almost got a twofer. Now time for what is, in my opinion, the dumbest room in the entire game. Don't know why. Like, let's put this room in our final dungeon. It's truly exciting, isn't it? Light a bunch of torches. All right, you guys ready to see the last bomb in the run?
Keen.
There it was.
But you have 4 bombs left. Are you
True,
telling
but
me
we
that
will
this
not be
isn't
using
routed?
them.
Man, I thought this was perfectly routed.
Oh my god, it's hyper realistic eyes guy.
And now he goes down in 2 hits.
Yeah,
So
what
I
a
have-
shitter.
Instead of the beginner sword, I have the 4th sword. Alright. And we're approaching the boss here. Alright, I'll leave hookshot. Now there's 3 of them. I think that was double. This is 0. Good job. Damn. Not a bad fight. Oh, there's Ganon.
Man,
Time.
Oh man.
I hate him.
What an asshole.
Now, probably one of my favorite strats is the sucker punch that we can get on Ganon. Ganon obviously is the main villain, wants to chat with us first, but we can hit him before he does.
Give him a little fucking smack. That actually counts, right?
It does, yes.
That's hilarious.
Good fight so far. The number of times he teleports is random. Relatively low number of teleports, which is good. GG. That was a really fast last phase.
Someone hit the GG button.
I got 2 doubles in. Normally he only allows you to hit with 1 silver arrow. You have to hit him with 4, but if you hit him at the right angle, you can do much better
Is
than
that time?
That is time. And I golded Ganon again.
Epico. 146.56, my friend. Very nice.
Not bad at all.
Thank you for the run,
Stack
mate.
up against your PB.
That was
That,
good.
that beats my first ever full run. My PR is 4 or 5 minutes faster than this, but
That was healthy.
If
Thank
you
you for the
did
run.
a carpetless, you probably could have won over him.
True.
True. Too many goddamn carpets in this run, man.
If you didn't go for Ice Rod, you probably could have been on the same splits Polly was.
That's a good reference.
Polly
I
was Polly was ahead of the curve there.
But there you go. There's a taste of a guy that only learned this run a few months ago and didn't touch it again after May until this week when I panicked and I'm like, oh, I should probably be ready for this run.
Nice. Yeah, it was good. Great
But
performance.
we're
It was
good.
fun to watch.
I only had to hit the rewind like twice, and it's because Ice Palace is a dick, which is normal. So
None of that would have happened if you didn't get the 1 in 83 quadrille you clip into the wall.
that's true. That set everything off.
Set off the ARG.
Not the AR.
Yeah, it sent us down an alternate timeline.
Thank y'all for watching. Fun to do this as always.
Yeah.
That's really
Thank you for the performance, mate.
I believe match play is up next. Am I right?
Yes, it is.
They're both here.
So
Okay, get hyped for
we
that.
will quickly go into
Match
a
play of the
standby
century.
here.
And cut my stream.
This is the revenge match play.
I was gonna say, so how do we want to do this? Are you guys just going to both go live in Discord or turn your videos on?
Yeah, I'll be doing virtual. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I was gonna say, Paul, if you could do the same, that would be good.
Yeah. I'll do
Best
that.
of luck to both participants. I'm out. Have a good night.
Thanks.
See you, dude. Thank you for the run.
No problem.
Alright, I will get this ready to go.
Who bullet, Polly?
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
This is it. This is the match play of the century. I think I'm ready, honestly.
Yeah, just give me a moment here.
Maybe next year, if I'm still alive, we can do a LTK match card.
Where you going?
I don't know.
You're going nowhere. Don't be so dramatic.
Smack this man up.
Got me some hummus and crackers real quick.
Nice.
I should have brought the gabagool. But again, I think,
Not gonna lie,
the ham is...
didn't really understand hummus, and then I
To be fair,
started
you have to
dieting
have
and
a
stuff,
fairly
and
high
it was
IQ
good.
to understand hummus.
Yeah, dude, the dieting helped. Randy, are you joining or?
No, I didn't mean to do that.
Oh, all good. I was just making sure.
But if this was a three-way, we probably have to extend the estimate by like 45 minutes.
That is absolutely true.
Dude, Will, I had a 141 pace, but I missed the rocket shot.
Good. Please stop trying to bop me,
It ain't. It's happening. I'm sorry.
dickhead.
It was an insane run.
Almost ready here.
So y'all are just doing like one difficulty on each level, right?
Yeah.
Sounds hype.
We'll lay out how it works and we're ready to go.
actually, I just realized, does one of you want to go live so that I can capture audio? Either one
I
of
have
you.
Windows 7, so it can't be.
Paulie, are you able to do so?
Yeah, like go live in here without virtual cam, or
Yeah. Turn virtual cam off and then just go live instead.
yeah.
Alright, cool. Just so I've got some audio to capture. And I was gonna say, nothing I need to do. I mean, I'll throw the timer up, but you guys have everything else under control. Is that a yes?
You gotta keep score. What do you mean?
Is that a no? Like, I don't know what's happening here. Like, I'm not aware of how this works or anything. Like, yeah.
It's just match code with
Yeah,
difficulties.
we'll be doing all 20 levels, and there will be a time for each of us for each stage, and the better time wins.
Alright, then, okay.
Okay, I turn
This
virtual
is just
cam off.
awkward because this is all happening the last moment for me, but sure.
Let's-
Okay, then. I'll,
We'll just share.
Wow, poor Dusky.
No, I just don't know what's happening.
I mean, it
thought,
says it right there, all 20.
I just thought you guys were gonna be managing your own thing.
No, I can keep the score.
I was gonna say, I'll keep score. I've got shit to do in between, so I'll have to come and update it intermittently.
Wait.
Are you gonna go live?
Oh my god, I can keep score on the side of my...
Yeah, I'll update it on stream here and there.
Share your screen. Just share OBS window again.
Let's see. I do not get audio with that.
You don't?
Nope.
That's not what. Okay, how can I give you audio?
You can stream to Twitch.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that would just be the easiest thing to do. I'll just. Okay, Okay, I started my stream. So.
Alright, I'll pop it open here. Oh
Oh
man,
wait, I've got an idea.
Dusky, can you bring up a scoreboard as well, like in the layout?
Yeah, if I'm gonna be on Twitch, I can pull it up. I can do it.
well, no, I've got a way to show points on stream, so all good.
Oh,
I just gotta recrop a bunch of stuff now, so just give me a moment.
saws me.
No, it's all good. Just figuring stuff out here.
On the fly.
Yeah, you know how it is. It's really do be like that sometimes. Okay, well I can keep that. Okay, so that's good. And then let's see.
Okay, Will, you want to do IQ roll real quick?
See who goes first. Yeah.
I got 109. You're gonna get 113.
I got 75.
Okay. Okay. So. I'm gonna ban defection essay.
Whoa. Back it up, pal. We haven't even started yet. Also, I can't believe you've done this.
So is it gonna be agent?
Okay, I'm finally fucking